There's something over here.
A boat! Teddy! A hot dog! This is our ticket out of here!
Not without Betty. Besides, there's a hole in this boat. It'll sink before it gets 10 yards from shore. It's curious. The state of the boats. It's like they stopped taking care of them.
Seems short-sighted. How would they fish? Or get anywhere at all?
Do you reckon that's our one? Careful where you're throwing that stuff. I was gonna say young lady. But let's face it, you don't behave much like a young lady. Ooh. What does it say?
What's this?
Remnants of the mining operation.
What, mine?
Remember, I told you yesterday. There was a mine here, but it closed down 20 years ago.
I know, Edward. I was just checking for a sense of humor. Still nowhere to be found.
Aha.
Till Min Om. It's a memorial. 3 men died when the mine collapsed in 1902. Georg Hatlestad, Niels Frambø, Arne Fretland.
See, this is what working a regular job. Did you say Fretland?
The younger brother who was mentioned in the article. He was just 19.
How long had he been working in the mine? That's too young for a dirty job like digging into rock.
We're in the real world, Lissy. Most teeners don't have the luxury to idle away their days with games and witty repartee.
Ouch.
The newspaper said the accident forced the mine to shut down.
What does any of this have to do with us?
I still don't know why Elizabeth came here.
And you think it has something to do with this mine?
Or with what it did to the village. Maybe.
What did it do to the village?
Where do these tracks lead?
To the mine. Where else would they go?
I don't know. A castle up in the mountains where the frost giants live? And this is how they receive their monthly offering of meat from the villagers. Goat, I hope.
Yeah.
What did they use this for?
Bringing the ore down from the mine before it was loaded onto boats.
So, diamonds? Gold? Or just boring old silver?
Iron ore.
Or what?
Rock, which contains iron
I know.
deposits that...
Okay, Edward. I don't understand why they just leave this here. Like an altar to adversity. It's creepy.
Rustic superstition. Perhaps they believed they'd attract bad luck if they moved it.
I'm going this way first. I like this little bridge.
What if everyone turned into a pebble? And they can't speak, but they see and feel everything that happens to them.
There's something very wrong with your head.
Wouldn't that just be awful? Why, I'd be a murderer.
Yeah, you're going to throw all the pebbles. Okay, let's just back up there then.
Alice.
I'm right here.
You coming? I'm gonna follow the tracks up. So if we look in here, can I get down to this one? No? Huh.
No trespassing for traitors.
Oh.
Want to jump the gate and explore what's on the other side? What do you say, old sport? Teddy?
Thinking about it.
Hello?
I don't know.
Where's your sense of adventure, old sport? Don't you want to see where these tracks go?
They lead to the old mine, and no. I've had enough adventure on this side of the fence. Besides, they wrote no trespassing for a reason.
You're such a terrible bore, Teddy Bear. I'll wager 1,000 clams you'll jump this gate at some point, if you believe Betty's on the other side.
Hmm.
Frederick Fretland. Who are these traitors he refers to?
What now? We've looked everywhere.
There really doesn't seem to be anyone around.
Maybe we missed something. An important clue. How about the general store? We haven't been inside yet.
It looked deserted, but worth another look, I guess.
Okay. Let's run on over there. Come on. Alice?
Where are you?
I'm down in the village, Teddy.
Come over here. There's a bird picking at the window. It's never a good sign.
Lizzie, come here. It's Betty's hat. She was here.
Wow,
She could
shivers,
still be
dude.
in there. Betty? Betty!
Are you sure, Edward? I mean, it's just a hat. Is it even a hat? I'm not
I
sure.
know my sister's hat, Lizzie. I have to get inside.
What about the breaking and entering part?
I could care less what they call it.
There was a window over the side. You know, you wanna pop in? Hello?
I need to get inside. If Betty's in there.
Perhaps there's a back door. Or an open window.
There is an open window. Remember we saw it? Over here. Ooh. It's got a yoke on it now. Ah. We had this. Okay.
Here's an open window.
You seem eager to break the law. I approve.
I'm not sure how I feel about climbing through a window into a locked store.
We're on a different continent. You know what they say. What happens in Sweden stays in Sweden.
Norway. Right. So, I'm doing this.
Talk less. Act more.
It won't budge.
Nah, don't be a milquetoast.
Well, it's stuck.
Attaboy, Teddy. You can do this.
Pull harder. Come on, Teddy.
I can't believe I'm actually breaking. Whoops, Daisy.
No.
Oh my, Teddy. You're such a sap.
Off you go, Alice. Give me a hand up, why don't you? Isn't she great? How am I supposed to get up? Oh, I can. I can just get up. Okay. Enter.
Edward Charles Harden. Dilettante. World traveler.
Cat burglar.
A cat burglar would, by definition, enter a building floor.
The state of this place.
Oh, Betty.
Edward,
I hope you weren't here when.
is this blood?
Not necessarily human blood.
Well, that's all right then. What does it say? Barn murder? Someone murdered a barn?
barn means child.
Oh no.
And mortar, that's...
Child murder. Edward,
Hmm.
they murdered a child?
Someone thought so.
Probably the same someone who vandalized the store.
I'm not sure how I feel about being in here.
Don't be ridiculous. We're all alone. What else do you suggest we do? It's been cut. Why?
To remove someone from the picture.
Well, that's just rude.
It's from the opening of the mine in 1897. That's Frederick, Johann's brother.
And the boy could be the younger brother who died.
Frederick clearly did not want anything to do with his twin brother.
What have we got here?
Why
Oh,
would Frederick keep a list of what he calls traitors?
What did they do to him?
Cross him in some way? Why else keep a list of undesirables?
basically everybody's on it. Does it sound like a ship?
What are you doing?
Looking for keys.
Your life of crime continues.
I thought it's just lays about. Key hooks.
The keys are all gone.
Some thieving thieves beat you to it. Rascals.
There's a note.
Is it written in Viking runes? What does it say?
It's from Simon.
It's from Simon.
Oh, cool.
Casa. I don't know what that word means. Yai put it means I put. Nurkel is key.
He put
But
the
then-
key in the casa?
Casa. I wish I had my dictionary. The note's addressed to his father.
So the key was moved. But where to?
Somewhere safer.
No one told me I was going to need a
Or
dictionary for this.
More convenient.
Can we really trust your translations? You only started studying a month ago.
I spent the summer reading, and I had a lot of free time on the ocean voyage.
Come on, how much could you possibly pick up in a few months?
You know my mind, it's a sponge.
Didn't say anything. Till Simon fra Ruth.
The key's in the casa. Whatever that is.
Don't look at me.
I'm looking at you. That sly little grin you give every now and again can be sometimes unsettling.
These were never sent.
How long have they been piling up?
I received Mrs. Fretland's letter in June, and they received my letter from July.
A couple of months. Perhaps the world forgot about Grovik.
Grovik? How do you pronounce it? Telegraph. Ut af drift. Ute af drift.
Out of order.
Out of
Why
order.
hasn't it been fixed?
Perhaps there wasn't much demand for it anymore.
S-O-S.
Where are you? Oh.
Oh boy. If only this thing worked. We could order a boat to come get us. Or, even better, order some hot grub.
Out of order.
Why hasn't it been fixed?
Sorry.
Perhaps there wasn't much demand for it anymore.
Are you reading the SOS? You going?
The key's in the casa. Whatever that is.
Don't look at me.
Come on. Going in the next room. You coming? Oh,
The hat's in here.
this one's
Calm down,
locked.
old boy. Anyway, how's a hat going to help us?
Who knows what else is in here? There could be more clues.
All right. Okay. Everything's Jake. We made it into the store. I'm sure we'll find a way through that door.
Casa sounds like house, doesn't it? You think you'd know that? Like casa. Mi casa, su casa type thing. Yeah? No?
Casa.
So that's what it means. Cash register.
Excellent.
You're a genuine gangster now, old fruit. Don't worry. If you get busted, I'll come visit you in the big house. Wasn't there supposed to be a key?
That's
Here
a
it
key.
is.
It's funny. I would have considered that locking it the way he turned it. Don't touch it.
It is her hat.
Teddy, I'm not sure
Betty
that's...
was here. And not long ago.
Okay, but if that is her hat, what's it doing in a locked storeroom?
Another breadcrumb.
That's not an answer.
I know for sure she was here. That's what matters.
You know
Do you think they
best,
killed her?
Edward. So, what now? If this is a breadcrumb, where's the next one?
There must be a reason her hat's in this room.
What's that?
A handwritten note.
I'm not blind. What does it say, you silly goose?
It's hard to read. I'm not sure my translation will be... Johann, you... Nectar. Refuse. You refuse to speak to me, so I write this letter instead. It's from Frederick Fretland to his brother. Simon did not murder your Ruth.
Oh, wow.
He was fond of his cousin.
Ruth. Ruth is the daughter of Anna and Johann, which means the little girl in the photograph at the farmhouse. Oh, Edward. The Fretland girl was murdered. This is simply awful.
Simon was working at the farm while I tended to the store. I would have seen him had he passed on the way up to the cliffs.
They thought Simon killed Ruth. His own cousin.
Ruth was... what's that word? Playing. Ruth was always playing on the rocks below the church. She must have fallen by accident. The note ends there. Frederick never finished it. And Johann never read it. Not that it would have made a difference. If Johann
The
thought...
mob showed up for Simon. His father would have tried to protect him.
September 17th. You would have been here, Betty.
Rocks below the church. Isn't the church right above us? Edward, come look at this. That's the cliff. Right there. The one in the note? I bet you 1,000,000 clams.
Where?
See for yourself.
Whoa, she pushed me all the way out. That's amazing.
I guess that could be where...
Let's check it out.
No, Lissy, wait.
Will I see her past the window? Yeah. Wow, she can move. Can we get out the front door instead of having to... If we go out the window. Is it getting dark? It is dark. Oh no, it's not. Phew. How do I get out? Oh, I can't get out. Okay. I'm looking at the other door. She must have jumped out the window.
This way. Teddy, up here.
Careful.
I found it, Teddy. The cliff. I'm standing right below it.
What are you doing? This doesn't concern us.
A little girl died. We're staying in her home. Are you completely without heart? Get yourself up here, Edward Harden, right this minute. Come on, it's an easy climb.
This looks very dangerous.
Oh, you're a big boy. Start acting like it. It's not Mount Everest.
I don't know about this. Whoops-a-daisy.
Come on, Teddy. You can do it. What's this?
What is this?
Where little Ruth died.
You're being morbid. And this is a distraction. I'm here for Betty, not because some girl got
Edward.
herself...
You insensitive brute. You're like the Tin Woodman, no heart. You know, you've grown cold and mean in that horrid study of yours. With only books and bugs to keep you company for years and years and years. There are other people in this world, you know. It's not all about you. You're going to do this. If not for Ruth, then for us. We're going to figure out what happened to the poor girl. Together.
Okay.
That's been here a while.
Didn't you say it happened over a month ago?
You'd think her family would have replaced it with fresh flowers.
Unless they're all
Is
dead.
that blood?
The girl could have hit her head on that rock. There would have been plenty of blood.
That's awful.
I think they would have washed
I
it
think
off.
there's something behind it.
Hmm.
Can you?
Something struck this bush. She must have landed on it when... on her way down.
That's ghastly, Edward.
Oh. Oh, you're right. Well spotted. It's a shoe. No? It's not a shoe. Is it a doll? A headless... Oh.
It must be Ruth's.
Where's the head?
Maybe the killer also decapitates dolls.
Hold on. This pin. This is old. Very old. Looks like something from the Viking era.
We are in the land of Vikings.
This could be 1,000 years old. It does not belong on a child's doll.
Who cares? Ruth is dead and you're obsessing about a rusty old pin? Let's go further up. Maybe we'll find more clues. Come on, old sport. It's not far.
Can you wait just 1 minute so that I can catch my breath? Huh. Did you follow the same path, Betty? Or am I just stumbling through darkness?
I think maybe Betty left the signs for us to follow. Or do you think someone killed Betty and is leading us on a wild goose chase? Dude, you may need an inhaler. There's that goat again. Maybe he has the head of the doll.
You can see clear beyond the edge of the world.
Whoa.
One
Oh,
second.
Teddy bear. We need to take you out walking more often.
So, the girl fell from up here.
Was pushed, you mean? Can you see where she fell? Seeing as you're so concerned about me falling out of trees, I wouldn't want to risk falling off a cliff.
Smart Alec.
If she fell headfirst on that rock, she'd have died instantly.
Edward, honestly.
You wanted to learn more. This is you learning more. She hit her head and fell into the bush where I found her doll. Happy now, Alice?
Maybe not.
I'm not. What was she doing up here in the first place?
Playing? She was a child. Children play in dangerous places.
There must be more to it. Let's find out where this path leads.
No, absolutely not. I don't have time for this nonsense. I'm running out of
Forget
daylight,
you
and
can't
Eddie's
choose both
still-
options. It's only one.
You're still out there.
Can I not look more? I think she would have fallen further out. In fact, I think see where the rock is now. Unless someone pushed it back in. Why would that rock be out there anyway? I know we pulled it out, but just saying if it was out that far. Come on. Come on, Teddy.
Where are you, Lissy?
I'm over here.
Okay.
Lissy? Slow down. I can't keep up with you. Who knows what's up there? It's not worth the risk of falling and breaking something. Lissy? Are you there?
Oh, don't do this, Lissy. I don't like it when you go all quiet on me.
Can you see where she fell?
Oh, Lissy. Do you see what I see?
Teddy,
My word.
Look
Look
away,
away,
Lizzie.
Lissy.
is this what happened to the villagers?
No, you move away.
They killed themselves?
It's one body. Let's not jump to conclusions.
What about those fresh graves at the church? There were at least half a dozen of them. Did everyone just die?
They're not necessarily connected.
Oh, come on. Ugh, this is just ghastly.
Lissy,
What made him do this?
look away.
How long has he been? What does that say?
God forgive me.
Don't suicides go to hell? Isn't that what your father said when
Stop.
your mother
Don't.
drowned herself?
Oh,
Sorry.
this is oh, stuff at the pond. Oh. Oh, this is a dark tale. Wow. Wasn't there a...
Who was he? One of the Fretlanders?
It's not Johann or Frederick. And he's too old to be Simon.
Doesn't look familiar. Well, he's hardly Ruth.
Do you think this has something to do with Ruth? Maybe she came across the hanged man before she died, and it scared her. So she ran,
No.
and
This happened later.
there's some consolation in that, I guess.
Shouldn't we cut him down?
Maybe it's the killer. The guilt ate him up, and he offed himself.
That's just speculation with no basis in fact. There's nothing more to do here. I'm going back. Let
Can't.
the poor soul rest in peace.
How can he
Does
rest
it
in
look
peace?
like
He's
he's resting
dangling
in
from a
peace?
tree. Can we not cut him down?
You're just going to leave him hanging? You're an insensitive brute.
Yeah.
I'm here for Betty.
I'm beginning to agree
This
with
is-
you, Alice.
It's
I'm on your
tragic,
side.
but really none of my concern.
Betty, Betty, Betty. Always just Betty. You don't care about anyone else. What if that was me up there? Would you care then? All you do is obsess over a scarf and a hat and ugh.
It's all I have of Betty.
Betty, there she is again. Edward, the hanged man, he's someone. Look at me when I'm talking to you.
Wow, that was pretty cool.
Edward, the hanged man, he's someone. No matter what he did or didn't do, he deserves respect.
That's pretty cool.
Would
I
you
looked away and
please
she.
just do this
Shane,
one
that's amazing.
decent deed? If not for me, then for yourself. Or for
Betty.
your Betty.
He's gonna lose his balance, isn't he?
I'm going to be sick. I can't do this.
Yes, you can. Teddy. Edward. I know you can. You've been through much worse.
Oh. Find his mother. Whoa. It's dark. The screen isn't dark for nothing, folks.
Where are the Fretlands, Edward?
It's been 2 days. If they're not back tonight,
They're not coming back.